separation of power does not find mention in any of the articles. There are various articles in the Constitution which provide for the mechanism in which there will be a separation of power, such as Article 50, which separates judiciary from the executive, Article 122 and Article 212, which prohibit judicial interference in legislative proceedings, Article 105 and Article 194, which defines legislative privileges, Article 121 and Article 211 safeguard judicial independence from legislative discussion. The judiciary interprets the Constitution to safeguard rights, resolve conflicts through judicial review, and which is the deliberate overlap in the Indian Constitution, which reflects practicalities of governance to ensure adaptability. This is the interplay between the judicial review concept and the idea of separation of power. In my research paper, I have discussed the case laws as to how the doctrine of separation of power originated in the country. Initially, the Honorable Supreme Court in the case of A.K. Gopalan versus State of Madras took a narrow view in explaining the concept of the doctrine of separation of power, as also the doctrine of division, as also the doctrine of checks and balances. This was given a narrow compass, and thereafter the judgments shaped its evolution. Some judgments are the judgment passed by the Honorable Supreme Court in Chandri Prasad in the case of Golaknath, and thereafter in the case of Keshav Bharti, wherein the basic structure of court developed. The research paper thereafter takes into consideration the aspects of judicial restraint, activism, and the PIL jurisprudence. In one of the cases, namely S.R. Bomai versus Union of India in the year 1994, the judiciary confined the claim to govern in the case of the executive, and that was what came to be known as judicial overreach. The expansion of rights to the effect of taking recourse to the judicial review was expanded in the case of Maneka Gandhi, which radically interpreted Article 21 to embrace due process and fairness. The coordination and conflict between various government branches has been seen, and